Here's another glimpse of footage showing Ukraine's elite units on the front lines. Grab your pen and notebook, we're about to learn some important things. The first elite assault unit is moving out for the operation. They've received all the coordinates from the drone operators for this operation.
Проходимо потроху. Прикриваємо.
They'll slowly advance toward the houses where the Russians are hiding and engage in a breathtaking firefight at close range. Stay tuned to watch those moments unfold.
Контроль!
Members of Russian forces are inside this house and in the basement. The Ukrainians are trying to break their resistance with simultaneous attacks from both the air and the ground.
Воздух, пацаны. Воздух, подвал, вот. Назад, отход.
That friendly FPV drone almost crashed into one of its own soldiers.
Скид, осторожно! На зв'язку. Продвинулись на один дом. Осматриваемся. Був скид, все good.
The elite soldiers made it all the way to the house, and right now everything seems to be under control. But wait a minute, I think there's an enemy peering out the window.
В подвалі наших нема? От в нас подвал. Здрасте. Шляпу кидай. Готов?
Basements are an important place to hide from FPV drones. They're also used for resting. Ukrainian soldiers are taking control by throwing grenades inside. First, throw a grenade inside, then open fire and call out. If you throw enough grenades and hear no sound from inside, you can go in. But this is still extremely dangerous. There could be an ambush inside.
Разрядка, проблема. Давай!
It looks like there's someone inside. It's dangerous to go inside. That's why the best course of action is to shoot through the door and throw a grenade. The elite soldiers went to the coordinates provided by the drone operators and completed their first mission. The enemy in the house and in the basement no longer poses a threat. Now they have set out on their next mission.
Накидай, може, в ту хуйню. В дом. З всього. Давай, я тебе.
A Russian artillery shell landed just a few meters away from Ukrainian elite soldiers. It really was a miracle. No one was even injured.
А! Що?
Стояти, вперед, не стояти.
На місці проходимо потихеньку.
They arrived at the area with the ruined houses again. We need to be very careful here because an enemy soldier could pop out from anywhere at any moment. Or it could be a trap they set earlier. Everyone needs to be careful.
Артас тут. Де чіп? Що чіп? Ідемо вперед.
It's also a good idea to keep an eye on the sky because an enemy FPV drone could attack at any moment.
Тягай, блядь, приховайся. Так, Шева за мною. В посадочку. Жах теж. 3-4, пішли.
They managed to pass by the houses without any problems.
Бігом. Контрольте, все. 12 контроль. Вася! Давай сюда!
Втягуйте, далі втягуйте. Бачили, там дерева, блядь.
Далі йдемо далі!
This is really bad. A group of Ukrainian soldiers who were left behind has fallen into an ambush. The soldier who recorded the footage and his comrades are stranded in an open area. This is now an easy target for FPV drones. Also, there's no word from friendly UAVs right now. In other words, they've lost their eyes in the sky. This is a disaster. Which direction is the enemy coming from?
Біля нор стояти тільки можна. Пройдіть вперед, зв'язнутися з зеленим.
Давайте вперед, вперед, потихеньку! Прикрий. Тримай, прикрий.
The enemy is firing from these ruins right here. Both sides have started firing at each other at close range. The footage shows the use of a grenade launcher.
Постріл! На 12 пекать! Осторожно!
Чисто, майже чисто вперед. Треба робити роботу.
Проходимо потихеньку, Вася, проходимо. Став! Став! Де став? Став сюди! Шляпа! Крийте посадку!
І нор, укриття.
Вони в домі! В домі, піда!
Both sides have taken up positions in trenches. It looks like the Russian forces are in a safer spot, since the Ukrainians are just hiding among the trees. But sometimes what seems like an advantage can actually be a disadvantage. This is the front line. Anything can change here.
Підходьте вперед, я заряджаюсь!
Ніхто не виходить. Норки. І продвигаємося вперед до клумбі.
Що це, граната?
It seems the elite troops are having a bit of a hard time against the Russians right now, but they're looking for a solution, and they'll find one. They're reviewing all the possibilities.
Чекай, я споряджаюся, пусти!
Закидуємо приміщення гранатами та швидко заходимо в приміщення.
Закидуємо гранатами і бистро в хату! Хату закидати гранатами, блядь! Двоє йдуть, один 12 контролює, другий дом! Ой, мені явно не доплатять за цю роботу, нас. Став контроль посадку, контроль 12 контроль.
Клумба, або входимо, або клумба.
Ану, чекай! Вася, пригнись! Не... Тож я пуш...
Там чисто, закріпляйтесь. Дома, ведете огонь по нам.
Вася, заряджайся! Сука! Проходимо далі, давайте далі. Давайте, пацани, треба.
The Ukrainians fired so many explosives that there's no sound coming from the other side right now.
Що, проходимо вперед, хлопці.
The elite units are getting closer and closer to the Russian positions. Every step brings them closer to victory. Fighting at such close range is quite difficult.
Підари в хаті! Осторожно! Чекай! Чіп, осторожно!
They're just a few steps away. Once they go a little further, they'll be right up against the wall of the house. From that moment on, there's no escape. They'll either surrender or be wiped off the map.
Пацани, економте БК!
It appears that a group of Russian soldiers left their house and made their way into the woods. This means that soldiers from the two armies have moved even closer to one another. Tensions are rising further.
Плюс, арта сприйняв. Будьте в клумбі. Плюс! Обходимо, пацани! А? Давай. Давай, крию! Чіп, осторожно, бля! Чіп, крий!
Chip took a bit of a risk, but he made an important move. He took up a great defensive position and is providing good cover for his teammates from there.
Відходь!
The elite soldiers are advancing slowly, covering each other's backs as they go. It appears they have neutralized the enemies hiding among the trees.
Сектора, підтягуйтесь сюди! Сюди підтягуйтесь! Бугун, повтори АГС, прямо в ціль, повторюю, прямо в ціль.
Копаем норы,
Ukrainian troops need to hold out a little longer and advance a little further.
Давайте, пацани, чим довше сидимо, нахуй, тим хуйня, Йдем сюди! Обходьте, будете жить! Пацани, лягайте, я їбануту кидай.
I can't post the footage due to YouTube's community guidelines, but all the enemy soldiers from a moment ago have been neutralized.
Да.
Артас. Давай, парни, на ревочку. Пока там честно, давай, залетай.
They cleared this area as well, and now they're all moving on together to their next assignment.
Так, ти мене почув?
Плюс, прийняв, ми і заходимо. З контролем, пацани, з контролем. З контролем. Чіп, з контроль. Не розслабляй. Чекай, дай гранату йобну туди.
They're throwing grenades into every hole, every house, and every basement they come across. That's the easiest way to take precautions from a distance. Do you think there's someone inside? Is it okay for him to get this close?
Давай. Може ближче підійди. Ой, бля. Ого, блядь. Хороший, да?
The Russian artillery shell was about to hit its target.
Справа, давай.
Обходьте справа, пасуйте.
Угу. Движ Париж. Праву пристройку візьміть.
There's an enemy soldier right there. Here we go.
О, да, Вітер! Тікай, гранату кину. Прямо, прямо, поняв? Отут.
The Russian soldiers have nowhere left to run and are cornered. Now they will try to break all resistance by throwing grenades one after another.
Мені кажеться, я його ще запіздував з автомата. Виходь, с***! Виходь, будеш жити, бля!
Артас, закріпилися, закріпилися.
Підар лежить. 200, отут. Подвал якийсь, подвал. Мене нема. Давай.
Артас, Артас.
Плюс, зачищаємо, 5 коротких і закріпляємося.
Hand grenades will be thrown one after another at the soldier trapped in the basement.
Швидше, це потрібно, швидше, це добре.
Осторожно, чули?
Лідери.
He is moving slowly and carefully to check the interior.
Це вони, сука, звідси кошмарили нас, нахуй.
The cleanup operation here was also successfully completed. All Russian forces were repelled. The positions have been recaptured by Ukrainian forces. Don't forget to leave a comment on the video. Also, don't forget to subscribe and like the video for more footage from the front lines.
Чисто!